Good evening, folks. It's kind of late, uh, past midnight already, actually. Um, I just want to give my 2 cents as to why I believe that the governor out of California, I believe they should really take a look into him after they settle down out there from these fires. And being that I'm the type of individual that I like to explain things at its simplest form, this is how I'm gonna go about explaining this. Now, I want to give an example. When you rent a house or you rent an apartment, the owners of the house or the building or the condo, whatever, that you're paying rent for, it is their responsibility to make sure you have an infrastructure, you have things like a fire detector, you have the ones that detect the carbon, which reminds me that there was a episode of a crime show I saw one time, and I don't know if it was 4 or 5 people that died in this house, and the detectives were on the scene. The emergency people were there, and people that went in were getting sick. And this detective shows up, and he goes inside, and within a minute or two, he's feeling sick. And the minute he started feeling sick, he knew what it was: the carbon. Well, the owner of that house, he got sentenced. He did. I don't know if he survived because he was an older dude already. But they sentenced the old boy. Why? Because people died. He knew that that was an issue because there had been complaints about it. And he did nothing. So now we go to California. When you own a home, right? What you now are paying, you're not paying rent anymore. You're paying a tax. It is the city's job, the state's, the county, whoever, for the infrastructure to be in place, where the water is there, electricity, all of that. And we all know what happened here. There was a fire. It spread. Discussions about the water hydrants, no water coming out, whether it was the pressure or just no water. The only thing I don't understand is I watched a news thing, and there was a house that was burned. Now, by the looks of it, I had seen the area before from like an aerial view, and this strip of homes sat right there. It's like right out their home. It's like the water, but not exactly. It's like there was no beach there, almost tight. And the way they showed it from the news, from from the actual view from the home, it's kind of hard to tell. But the one thing I did think about as I saw it, I was like, why did they build a house there? It's not like they had a lot of land. I'm sure it was probably 2, 3 floors high. They said that the owner was like, the view was amazing. And to think I had that view, whatever amount of time it was. Well, my friend, I'm sorry that you lost your home, but feel glad that you enjoyed that. Because to be honest with you, I looked at that and I was like, well, why did they build a home there? No wonder why that home cost as much as it did. Oh, but real quick before I forget, you know, in those parts out there, those homes, I heard Adam, Adam Carolla, a comedian, old school comedian. He ain't that old, but uh, he grew up there. He grew up poor, but he stepped up. He owned a home there. He was like, these homes in this section, 4 million over here, 8 million over there, 12 million. Did you know at this moment in time, as this is all going on, they're paying them folks, some of them folks up there, out of their pocket, are paying 20, I want to get this right. It almost came out to almost $50,000 a day. I think the cost was $2,400 an hour for your own. I guess a fire truck will come out with some firemen in it. An hour, yo. You got this blaze going on that doesn't take an 8-hour break. Now, well, you're not going to find a home for 200,000 next to that. But just imagine if you did. You would be like, I'm straight. Because whether that's a private company or not, if fire comes up through this camp, they're going to have to protect my home also, yo. Because if my home catches fire, their home is catching fire. And let me say this again as to why that dude, the governor, they should look at him. Because I remember when the last fires, when the poles went down, okay? When they went down and all those homes got lost, the company, what is it, PG&E? If not, I'm sorry, Google it, got sued, right? I remember that. Well, I thought they were going to go out of business myself. I was like, golly, I don't know how they're going to make it. They got together with the governor, which was not the only time that they got together with the governor, by the way. There's a couple of things that have transpired with that company that the governor, and then they figured it out. They passed the cost on to the citizens, yo. They got sued, they lost, and they passed it on to the citizens. That's what they did. They had been told them folks, yo, all that brush, that has to be picked up, because that's fuel for the fire. I remember that conversation back when that PG&E thing happened. And for those of you that don't want to hear it, close your ears, because I'm about to mention the Orange Man. There's videos and videos of Trump talking about those very things in 2020 for sure, and probably 2016. It's been a problem that long. And an evacuation plan. I heard that. They were like, the people that lived there, we didn't have no evacuation plan. Well, I got a news flash for you. The evacuation plan was get off the mountain. Anybody ever seen the way that place was built, the roads? I mean, I could imagine when it's a sunny day, beautiful, all winey and all that. There's only a problem. Those things, I've never been on that road. Anytime I've been in California, no, I lie. I was in a car, I forgot, almost forgot. I opened up a restaurant now for myself for another company in Newport Beach, California, when the airport was called John Wayne Airport. But then they canceled old John Wayne, they were canceled. Go figure. Yeah. Well, that had been my first time to Cali. After that, it was always in a truck. Never liked going to Cali. Despised it. A lot of times I turned down loads. I was like, I ain't going in there, yo. The fuel prices, and there was a span there that I was paying for my own fuel. Yo, no lie. I would go to California, and the few times I did buy something, because I would always make sure before going in, there's a truck stop that's in Arizona, not far from when you cross over. I would stop there and get anything that I needed for what I thought was going to be the amount of time I was going to be in there. So if I thought I was going to be there 2 days, I try to go. And anytime I brought something in California, I always asked for the receipt because I wanted to look at what is it I was paying for. The first shocking thing I remember was I had brought a couple of drinks, whatever, paying and saying, can I get a bag? And them saying it's going to be 10 cents or 5 cents. I was like, what? Yeah. So then one time I went in to a Pilot truck stop. Got me a bottle of water and something else. I don't remember. Sure hope it wasn't cigarettes, because boy. No, actually, I wouldn't even buy cigarettes. I would just not smoke. I know I lie, I would, but rarely. Anyway, a bottle of water. Can I get a receipt? I'm walking away as I'm looking at the receipt, and there it is. The mysterious tax. Not your regular tax, though. What this may be, let me see. 5-cent tax for buying sparkling water. It says sparkling water. 5 cents more for sparkling water. Tax. So I go back. I say, excuse me, man, why am I, what's this 5-cent charge? Oh, because it's not whatever other type of water. That's it. And like always. And I mean, I hate it, but I always said something to the cashier or whoever. I used to go, really? That's interesting. California for you. It's been a mess for years. And Miss Bass, I want to feel sorry for her. And I'm going to leave on this. But it's hard to. Let me say this to you parents out there with young kids. If you have a young child on your hands, and he's or she is of age, that you're going to start to see where her or his gifts are going to start to come out. 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and then high school, when your child's, hey, I might want to do this in the future. I might want to do that. And you see they're on that track, right? And then they're going to go into college. if they're going to write a paper, okay, make sure that you have a discussion on what the paper may be. Because if they decide to choose to get into particular jobs, the professions out there, so many, that paper that they're writing as a freshman in college could come back to bite them. The clubs that they get into could come back and bite them. Miss Barnes wrote papers and was a club of a Marxist group ideology for years. And she has led that way. I heard she was in a interview or something on the paper where she said that she would come back to America. She went somewhere for X amount of time, or that she would leave. If she did, it would be somewhere like New York, California. The only one she named was like the liberal places. So we all know where her mindset is. But those things, they draw my attention because it just shows how long the mindset has been there. That the force is strong type thing. Anyway, I hope by the time you guys see this, you guys are doing well. God bless. Hey, I know things, they look dark at times. But never forget that God says the sun will always come out. That the sun will come out. Just make sure that we hold to our faith, we'll be all right. And hold on to each other. Be safe.